Plenty of red, white, and blue at Saratoga Racecourse on this warm Wednesday, September 2nd, Military Appreciation Day. It was a real privilege and an honor to have active service men and women with their families on the grounds, and we certainly salute veterans of the past. And to those serving the country, stay safe. Thank you for everything. Come home soon. And we are off and running. Richard Migliore, Jason Blewitt here on Saratoga Insider.
I'm really happy that here at the New York Racing Association we're honoring the veterans. We owe them a debt of gratitude that we can never fully repay, and what they've meant to our country and continue to mean for the safety and the privileges that we are afforded in this country. From us, thank you.
Yeah, including my dad, a Vietnam veteran, served in 67 or 69 and 70 over in the Central Highlands. Glad he's doing okay. I know he watches the show every night down in Florida. And thank you, Dad. I am very proud of your Vietnam service. Now, we got back to it, Mig, 6-day week, the final 6-day week of this 2015 racing season. A warm one out here. We were fast and firm, pick 6 carryover. But, boy, this felt like a scorching day, maybe in July or even downstate at Belmont towards the end of June.
Yeah, I thought it might be starting to cool off a little bit. You know, September now, upstate, foothills of the Adirondacks. But the nights have been a little cooler, but it was humid today. To me, this was the toughest day we had of the meet as far as the heat or humidity index.
And we may have some fireworks to show you on Military Appreciation Day for the payoff prizes. Sit tight for what happened on day number 35. We hope you're tied on. Let's get back to Saturday's action, though, Richard, as it's time for news. And American Pharoah still in training. We're happy about that. And I'll tell you, I got to think the NBC execs were happy that he ran in Saturday's Travers.
Who says horse racing isn't popular? The largest audience to witness the Travers on television in 20 years.
Yep.
I mean, you know what? Obviously, the focus and the attention being a Triple Crown winner, but it delivered in its excitement level, and it was a great race, and a race that I hope captured people's attention enough to make them fans.
I do think the presence of American Pharoah and what he's done and accomplished in 2015 will have legs. I really do. I think we're going to see some forward progress regarding new fans and just goodwill in this country throughout the thoroughbred racing industry, and we're really, really happy about that. Now, Todd Pletcher is 4 currently, or entered today's card, 4 behind trainer Chad Brown in the standings. He will send out an all-out assault on Saturday's Grade 1 Woodward, entering 4 horses.
He has 50% of the field in the Woodward Stakes. He's taking no prisoners, and he actually addressed if he was going to run all 4 or not.
And let's find out what Todd had to say.
Todd, you've entered 4 in the Woodward. Do you plan on running all 4 horses?
Yes. Yeah, we plan to start all 4.
And they have pretty different styles. I imagine you're going to go to the lead again with Liam's Map?
I mean, I think Liam's Map's weapon is his speed and his high cruising speed, his ability to carry it over a distance of ground, so we're not looking to change any of that. Coach Inge has a similar style. We'll try to hopefully not have them head and head, but they'll probably be close together. And then Protonico and Mylute probably, be sitting mid-pack, and Mylute's more or less a closer.
Liam's Map ran so hard in the Whitney and ran too good to lose, really. Has he rebounded out of that effort well, and has he been training well?
Well, you always worry off a big effort that they're going to come back and run to the same standards, but every indication he's given us has been positive. He's trained well, eaten well, shown good energies. Everything looks very good, and we've been fortunate enough to win the Woodward twice with horses that ran big races in the Whitney, and Laurier Ron and Quality Road, so hopefully he can step up.
In the Spinaway, you have 2 horses, Tanasa and Rachel Valentina, who was so impressive breaking her maiden. They've got different running styles, even though they're different connections. They kind of complement each other.
They really do, and Tanasaw's quick. I envision her being forwardly placed, if not on the lead, and I think Rachel's Valentina will appreciate a honest pace up front where she can kind of relax early and hopefully come with a run.
You've had a great meet. Chad Brown's had a great meet. He's leading you by a couple at this moment. How do you feel about the prospects of catching him?
I don't know. He's been tough to catch. Every time we win a race, he wins too. So, he's having a phenomenal meet, and we'll keep plugging away till the end.
Congratulations. Keep it up, Todd.
Thank you.
And Todd's won the last 5 Saratoga training titles. I mean, he's got an army of thoroughbreds across the street at Oklahoma. It must be pretty nice to have a combined 6 horses in both Grade 1s on Saturday alone.
Yeah, and live horses, not just bodies, the horses to beat, actually. Todd's so good, and it's a testimony to him that he's been so consistent up here over the years. And he's still in the hunt for lead trainer. And you know what? You got to give Chad Brown a lot of credit. He's been basically every year improving a little bit, cutting into the market. margin. And this is the year where right now he's got Todd kind of by the throat latch.
Chad entered 5 races. Todd entered in 6 races today. Now, no Chad Brown was present in today's featured third race, the 11th running of the With Anticipation. The Pletcher Barn, however, sent out a pair of Scat Daddy colts. They're not favored. Let's see what shook out as we get to day number 35, the action anyway, on the turf with Larry Colmus.
They're off in the With Anticipation, and it's Next Shares who goes out to the front. Monster B is away running in second. Sight Reed is third early, and Unbridled Daddy is fourth on the outside. Then it's Azar and Runaway King will trail the field as they move into the turn, and it is Next Shares on the outside who takes over the lead and gets clear. Next Shares opens up to lead now and opens up 2.5 lengths on the competition as they head toward the backstretch. And then it's Monster B running in second. Azar is third. Sight Reed is fourth and racing 5 lengths off the lead after a 23 flat opening quarter mile. Unbridled Daddy and Runaway King are right together at the back of the field as they race on to the backstretch. Next Shares and Joel Rosario in front. They lead the way by 3/4 of a length. Monster B tugging hard second to the outside. Azar follows in third. And then it's Sight Reed fourth up the backstretch. Just 2.5 lengths off the lead. They're a tight pack. And then Runaway King, Unbridled Daddy with 5 lengths to make up past a 47 3/2 mile. Racing for the turn. Next Shares in front. Next Shares the leader by 1.5 lengths. And then it's Monster B's. Sight Reed has made progress now and is gaining ground on the far outside. And Unbridled Daddy is let loose with a rush, too. Unbridled Daddy just went from dead last to just outside the leaders as they come toward the top of the stretch. Next Shares Sight Reed. Unbridled Daddy. Next Shares kicks away again. Azar's in the mix, too. Unbridled Daddy's gone very wide. Coming into the final furlong. And Next Shares is still there from Azar, Sight Reed, and Unbridled Daddy on the outside. And Next Shares and Azar will decide it. Next Shares, Azar coming to win the With Anticipation. And then it was Next Shares, followed by Unbridled Daddy
and just like the 4, Todd's got entered Saturday in the Woodward. This was With Anticipation victory number 4 in his illustrious career. Azar, called by Scat Daddy, breaks his maiden, making a grade 2 stake. Pretty good.
Yeah, speed was so good today on the turf, and the 4-horse got a terrific front-running ride from Joel Rosario, but that ground-saving trip from Johnny Velasquez, and he was finally able to tip out after saving every inch of ground, made all the difference.
All right, fair enough. What's going on? Do we have little Johnny V? All right, Johnny V, cool, calm, and collected, and a little warm as well on a hot day in the winner's circle.
Johnny Azar looked like he was running a little bit tentative on the inside, but when you got him out around the leader, he really kicked it in.
He actually come out running as soon as I pulled him out on the 316 pole, and then he got in a good gear and got running. But it worked out better today, better than last time. The last time he ended up being the lead, getting out, looking at the infield, didn't really focus on what he needed to do. At least today he was following somebody, and at least he was kind of pay attention to what he needed to do, and when I pulled him out, he responded right away.
Well, he responded right away, but it looked like you had to get into him pretty good, but he really took it.
I really did. You know, it's like, especially coming to that last turn there, I had to get squeezing pretty good. And once I got him going and I pulled him to the outside and he saw the light, that's when he started running.
Yeah, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Johnny V, classic there, pocket 2-path. You can't script a better ride or trip on the turf.
No, and you know, it doesn't happen by accident. Johnny Velasquez is in the Hall of Fame. He's the all-time winningest rider, money won for a reason. The guy goes in with a plan. He knows how to execute the plan. Not only is he great physically, he's unbelievable mentally. And to be that way for as long as he's been, it's just such a credit to his dedication to the game.
Number 1 all-time at Saratoga, number 1 all-time in the country regarding purse money won, and he's still building upon those credentials and accolades. Good stuff. And we build upon from race 3 to 4 on the Wednesday program. Let's do it here. We're on the main track, 3/4. Some maiden special weight. These are 2-year-old fillies, and here's Larry once again.
Off. Jay Latosh had a good start. So too did Nickname. Sky My Sky is away with the leaders as well. And then comes Estelle, who came out running in 4th position on the inside. Wicked Fun, 5th up the backstretch and 5.5 lengths off the lead. Game Girl and Moe's Ginny trail early on. Up the backstretch, Sky My Sky and Nickname. And these two match strides on the lead past the half-mile pole. 22-2 was the opening quarter mile. Jay Latosh, 1.5 lengths off the top 2, running in 3rd by 3. 3. And then it's Estelle in 4th, Game Girl 5th as they move around the far turn. Wicked Fun and Moe's Ginny. It is Sky by Sky, nickname, and Jay Latosh moving up alongside of them, and these 3 are well clear. 5 lengths ahead of Estelle after a 45 1/2 mile. They're into the stretch, and it's nickname and Sky by Sky. Jay Latosh trying to stick to them, but the top 2 are pulling away now, and it's nickname now starting to edge away from Sky by Sky. Nickname in front. Sky by Sky second by another 4 lengths, and then it's Jay Latosh and Estelle, and they're coming down to the line, and Javier Castellano and nickname win it by 3. And then came Sky by Sky, Jay Latosh and Estelle.
Not a bad show so far for Scat Daddy, sire of Azar. He comes right back with this 2-year-old filly named Nickname for Steve Asmussen and Javier Castellano. Basically, 5 inside throughout. Sky by Sky put that one away and coasted clear for a good score.
Yeah, it looked at one point, maybe the 3, Sky by Sky, might be able to clear and drop over. When she wasn't able to, she was able to hold that rail position and kick on up in there. And we see this a lot. Steve Asmussen's horses improved second time out, and this filly was good.
And Steve's had a good summer here with 2-year-old fillies. Constellation taking on Rachel's Valentina in the Spinaway here Saturday. He's also got the Adirondack winner, Just Wicked, who's pretty good as well. The deck is stacked for Mr. Asmussen, and the good news for us, we've got plenty of show left on Military Appreciation Day.
The new Parks Fall Festival will double purses for each of its 32 live racing days. What an opportunity for Pennsylvania breds. In an open maiden special, PA breds will run for over $100,000. So be there at Parks in the fall.
Hello, I'm Brian Sanfratello. Last year, we paid $33 million to PA breds in the form of breeder awards, owner bonuses, and restricted race purses. Our Equine Coalition Group is united in the pursuit of making sure that we receive every dollar we deserve. And that's why our Racehorse Development Fund has been constant in the past 4 years. Please go to our website at www.pabred.com or give me a call at 610-444-1050.
Red, white, and blue throughout the old spa. Red and white, the normal colors of Saratoga. It was nice adding a good bit of blue. And again, thank you to the brave men and women servicing our country now and the veterans of the past. And how about a T-shirt? Today, I don't know if you wanted to wear long sleeves. In fact, we've gone jacketless on Insider. But, hey, at some point it's going to get cooler, and we've got you covered.
I like the T-shirt. I think I might be spinning on Saturday there. I like them.
Spin for me, too, man.
Yeah, no, they look
Give you
good,
10
right?
bucks, you know.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Turnstiles a few times.
I could see myself in October watching the Rangers with my Saratoga long-sleeve T-shirt.
All right, after a nice day downstate at Belmont Park. Good stuff. Let's move on to race number 9. The voice of Belmont Park, Larry Comas, here with us today, and he'll take us through the running. This was the last dirt race on day number 35. Good group of New York breds ready to throw down at 7/8.
They're off. A slow beginning there for Towering Moon. And it's going to be Comandante to take the early lead. And to the outside comes Bon Vigilante. These two will go at it through the first quarter mile. Fox Rocks just off of them. Then Saturday Appeal. Going up in between horses Il Vagabundo, who did not have the best of beginnings. Escape to the Moon is there. Then One Cat's Chance, followed by slow starting Towering Moon. And Saratoga Heater, last of them all. 22-4 was the first quarter. And Comandante pressed early by Bon Vigilante as they head to the half-mile pole. A half length apart and 4 lengths ahead of Fox Rocks. And then it's Escape to the Moon on the inside. Il Vagabundo follows in 5th. One Cat's Chance is 6th. Towering Moon. And then Saturday Appeal. And on the outside, Saratoga Heater. Up front, 2 horses well clear of the others. Comandante and Bon Vigilante. And they went 44-4 for a half mile. And they are stride for stride coming to the quarter pole. And Bon Vigilante takes the lead as they turn for home. Bon Vigilante in front, but the pack is closing in. Comandante trying to fight back on the inside. They're 4 lengths ahead of Escape to the Moon, who's third and rallying with 1 furlong to go. And it is still on the inside, Bon Vigilante, but here comes Escape to the Moon, and here comes Towering Moon. And the 2 moons are going to hit it together. It's Escape to the Moon over Towering Moon. And then it was a photo between Bon Vigilant.
Gotta like the brothers just knocking heads and throwing it down in deep stretch. I'm not talking about Irad and Jose Ortiz. It was the Geldings, a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old by Malibu Moon out of the Giants Causeway mare Towering Escape. And you had the 5-year-old Escape to the Moon getting the best of his full older brother, Towering Moon.
It truly is a racing rarity when you see two full brothers or full siblings race against each other and then run 1-2. Like you said, we see full brother jockeys do that all the time with the Ortiz boys. But both bred by Al Freed, and the winner, Escape to the Moon, owned by Al Freed.
And Bruce Brown, in fact, the winning trainer of Escape to the Moon, Manny Franco, timed it perfectly in a race where Commandante was Todd Pletcher inside at 8-5. Chad Brown had the co-second choice in Bon Vigilante, and they just, man, oh man, did they knock heads.
But they picked it up so much through the middle fraction. There was no way the two of them could last, and they set it up for a closer. And Manny Franco, to me, is kind of broken out, found his form again, had a bad spill early in the meet. I think it took him a little while to find himself. And just a quick little trivia note. Al Freed, who's been a longtime supporter of the New York breeding program, big-time owner in New York, actually broke, as a kid, broke the dam of Bold Ruler.
Oh, that's pretty amazing. I never knew that. He's been a strong proponent of the game in New York for decades. Yeah, good stuff, affirmed success. The list goes on and on. Very good nugget there. How about the Furious Four? You ready? 5, 7, 8, and 10. We say get tied on because here we go, thundering off the quarter pole.
In 5th, and Wantok Queen on the outside. They're into the stretch, and Glare Ice comes into the final furlong in front, but Arrieta's on the move now. Arrieta coming up after Glare Ice in the final 16th. Glare Ice, Arrieta. On the far outside, Wantok Queen. It's Arrieta, Wantok Queen closing late. Arrieta has won. Tight second between Wantok Queen and Glare Ice, and tight fourth between Splendid Gold and Scouted Up. And on the far outside, trying to get going in the center of the racetrack is Cotton Candy Cutie. Louisville first to catch. It's Louisville first in front. Here's Melodic, Cotton Candy Cutie on the outside, and Acapella. Louisville first and Melodic. Melodic on the outside of Louisville first. Melodic to the front. Melodic takes the lead, and Kendra Carmouche pulls off another upset. Melodic over Louisville first, and then it was Acapella and Cotton Candy Cutie. 3/4 went in 1:12 and 3. They're coming to the top of the stretch. And it is Artie Crasher who's coming up alongside of Bossman and Defining Product. These three into the final furlong together and try to squeeze on through traffic there. Two runners trying to get through Iconic Artist and Market Outlook. Iconic Artist got through. Market Outlook did not. And here comes Iconic Artist on the outside. And Iconic Artist runs down Bossman. And then Market Outlook in a photo with Defining Product. And it is still Winter's Gift in front, 3/4, 113 flat. They're into the stretch. Winter's Gift. Here's Chunnel. Chunnel trying to come and get Winter's Gift with a furlong to run. Winter's Gift keeps on going. Chunnel is second, and then it's Dynamic Decision and Reach for Yield on the outside, but it's Winter's Gift with plenty left in the tank. And Winter's Gift and Eric Consell go all the way to beat Dynamic Decision, Chunnel, and Tracastle.
Race number 10 down, $201,000, Mig. The double carryover into Thursday's card. And this was a day, one bomber on the tote board after another. Andy Serling did the parlay calculations, win payoffs going into the last. It was like over $4 billion going into race 10.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. But they were a lot of illogical, I guess we can say, or just surprising results and big prices, although that turf course is rock hard. We have not had any rain. I like speed on the turf right now, and if guys are going to let guys gallop on the lead, you're going to see results like that.
And Eric Consell got himself some good forward position as we backtrack with Cappy in the Wednesday second look. The number 4, Arrieta, in race number 5. And this filly by Raffy's Majesty, she got the ball rolling regarding a huge long shot in the opening leg of the pick six.
What a terrific ride by Eric here. He got his position going forward, sat the pocket, and now look at this kid. This is an apprentice jockey. Look at this hand ride. You can tell that Angel Cordero is watching film with him at night because he's got a hand ride about as pretty as you're going to see on an older rider, let alone an apprentice. I was very impressed. I've been impressed with Eric Consell. this ride impressed me more of any other ride that I've seen him give. He's really, really developing and moving forward, and it's fun to watch his development.
And the fifth name for Sergeant Buddy Murnane, his annual memorial up here. He was the NYPD Ironman, 42 years on the force downstate. Never, ever took a sick day or had a day off.
Incredible. And, you know, unfortunately, just as he was getting to retire, he passed away, didn't get to enjoy his retirement. But it's the dedication of people like that in public service that means so much to our society, and we want to thank his family for him. It's unfortunate he's not with us.
Big contingent up from Staten Island, and somewhat fitting on Military Appreciation Day, you've got a race named for Buddy Murnane in today's fifth. So we got the carryover out of the way, start studying for that final Thursday card, and a quiet day regarding the top of the standings. Irad walked away with none, and Javier had, I think, one victory. Yep, he had one.
Well, holding that 9-win lead, and one day down, just another day closer to his first Saratoga title.
Carmouche had a pair, Eric Consell. They're down towards the bottom. With all due respect, 15 wins. Solid summers up here for both. Todd Pletcher got the win with the Czar and the With Anticipation. A quiet day for Chad Brown, who had some poor racing luck in the late turf race with Market Outlook. And why don't we get on to the owner standings, my friend, with only 5 cards remaining, and Michael Dubb is the hunted.
Yeah, he's holding on to a grim 2-win lead, although owners don't get as many opportunities as jockeys and or trainers. But Michael Dubb, a man for all seasons, he wins and supports New York racing year-round.
And I ran into Ken Ramsey on my way to the studio to tape the show tonight. He told me he's all in for tomorrow's Pick 6 carryover in a shocking development. Quite a few claims. We got a couple of pages to bring everybody, and let's see what happened, my friend, in the racing office.
Yeah, a lot of claims going on. Artie Crasher, Mike Leslie made his return, gave that horse a perfect trip. He came up wanting. He was claimed, and Commandante and Bod Vigilante, the 2 horses that engaged in that duel in the 9th, both claimed. I'm going to see how they do for their new connections, and maybe with little different tactics.
After a chaos Wednesday at the Spa, we could all use a little help. We will try to do just that with the Thursday preview and the big Pick 6 carryover. Cleaning the winner's circle. We'll have it pristine and ready to go tomorrow. First of 10 races on the Thursday card, 1 p.m. In fact, we start things out with the jumper. But the grounds crew, the maintenance crew, they all do a terrific job here at the Spa. And we're looking forward to finishing strong here on Saturday, the final Saturday, Woodward Day, September 5th. We'll up the ante with that $750,000 guaranteed Pick 4. And just like that, the final 3 Grade 1s of the summer here at Saratoga are on the horizon. Let's move on to the P.G. Johnson, the late great Hall of Fame trainer, enshrined across the street. And he'll have his namesake tomorrow for the 2-year-old fillies on the turf.
Yeah, and the first 3 finishers out of this maiden race on August 9th returning here. And Harmonize, even though she finished second, beaten the nose by Thrilled, is the horse I'm interested in, Jason. She was beaten the nose much like the winner today by Scat Daddy, and should improve second time out. Maybe another maiden by Scat Daddy wins the stake.
Here's a Bernardini filly and Finn's Girl. Didn't beat much, but did it, quote-unquote, the right way with a powerful win at Delaware.
Yeah, nice late run, going 7.5. Grand Motion brings her here. And we've seen a lot of shippers, particularly from Ellis Park, run well here.
Yeah, it's a good call. Luis Saez will ride Trevor McCarthy, on Finn's Girl. And you've got Luis Saez on the number 3 horse tomorrow, Seaside Schiller, who sat the pocket and was pretty strong through the stretch beneath Saez at Belmont.
Well, you know, I got to like this horse. Timber Bay Stable campaigned Artie Schiller. This is an Artie Schiller. She was very professional in her debut, and the added distance should be of no concern.
Beat a next out winner. In fact, the runner-up returned to a score at 1-5 on the turf down at Laurel. Got a field of 6. You've got the 3 dropping out of that race August 9th against Seaside Schiller and Finn's Girl. A bit later in the program, race number 8 to be precise, 6.5 furlongs. This high-priced optional claimer is a real war. Clearly now has kept some good company. He needs to break with the field, though. He's still not getting out of the gate, Mig.
And it's a concern because he really compromises his chances every time he does it. Although maybe he's landed in a spot he can overcome it. This is the most class relief he's gotten in a long time. It's not a stake. Although he did run in the listed Diablo and was beaten in the neck when he looked like he was a sure winner. he's got to step up and start winning again.
Two back for Noble Cornerstone. He got a fast pace, but capitalized in his return as a 4-year-old back on June 26th.
Yeah, I like this horse. I don't think he really particularly cared for the slop last time in the Morrissey. I think he's going to get pace again to run at, and I like the way he's been training. His work tab's been phenomenal here in Saratoga, and I think he's the horse that's going to redeem himself.
Next to him in the gate, a 5-year-old, lightly raced 5-year-old gelding by Curlin named Pulling G's, and he's been good. 3 wins from 7 starts in 3 seconds.
Yeah, and it seems like John Sheriff's horses hit a form cycle. They hold that form cycle. This horse is in good form. I think he's going to have to step his game up a little bit to be competitive here, but why can't he? Certainly, John Sheriff's is a guy whose horses do improve, much like Sugar McGee.
And still lightly raced, just career start number 8. But again, what about the pick 6 carryover? Who do Andy and Maggie like? Let's find out.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, let's get the pain over with early. The second race, the first flat race on Thursday. I'm not a huge fan of the 5 Battle of Evermore, the favorite. He can win the race, but I don't know if he really wants to go a mile and 1/8. And that's the same question for the 1 Hunts Road. Stretch out for Todd Pletcher. Once again, speed could be the horse to win it. It's Chad against Todd, so I'll go in a different direction. Jimmy Bonds quietly had a pretty good meet here. A couple wins for Waco, big price winner on Wednesday's card. And Zabione is really an improved horse who had an impossible trip from a wide post last time. Well, gets a better post in here. I think Zabione's the one who shouldn't have a problem getting the mile and 1/8. He'll be a better price. I'm going for him. The number 4 is Zabione in race number 2 on Thursday as we head to Maggie.
Thanks, Andy. Well, looking forward to our final Thursday here at Saratoga. And I'll take a look at the feature race. It is the P.G. Johnson. This one for the 2-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th on the turf course. And we saw an upset winner with Azar today in the with anticipation as a maiden. I'll go for a little bit of an upset here once again in tomorrow's girls version, and that's with number 3, Seaside Schiller for Mike Matz. And she won downstate at Belmont going the 6 furlongs, and I'm impressed with that effort because she struck me totally as a filly who would A, need that first start from a fitness perspective, and B, need more ground. Well, she's getting all of that tomorrow, and I think Seaside Schiller should be able to step up her game as she faces stakes horses and winners, most of them, for the first time in tomorrow's P.G. Johnson. Guys, back to you.
We say goodnight on a very high note. Veterans working here at the New York Racing Association. It's a real honor. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday edition of Saratoga Insider, and have a great night.